We're going to speak a little bit about the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar, blowing Shofar before Rosh HaShana. So, firstly, I'd like to point out an interesting thing. Every Yom Tov has a mitzvah. So, Shavuos, maybe not. Pesach, Matzah, Sukkot, sit in the Sukkah. The mitzvahs of all the Yom Tovim, we know in Pashtus Re'eh it says the mitzvahs, in Pashtus Emor it says the mitzvahs. Tkiyah Shofar, where's the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar? Where does it say the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar? It's not in Pashtus Emor, by the Mayadis. It's not in Pashtus Re'eh. Where is it brought down, the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar?
Shofar got all the top.
It's not a pasuk in Chumash.
Oh, you are in the Chumash.
Yeah, where do we see the mitzvah? One of the mitzvahs are Tkiyah Shofar. Where is the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar? Where do we see it from? No. How do you know you blow Shofar Rosh HaShana? Very simple question. We all blow Shofar Rosh HaShana. Where do we see it? Where does it say in the Torah? So the answer is, it says it in Pashas Pinchas by the Musafim. By the Musafim it says, should be a day of blowing for you, and then it says all about the Kabbanis. No other Yom Tov has the mitzvahs hayoim in Pashas Pinchas. It's all in Pashas Emor, in Pashas Re'eh. The only one that has the mitzvahs hayoim in Pashas Pinchas is Rosh HaShana, the mitzvah of Tkiyah. Why is that? So it could be the answer is, it's another interesting thing we see in Pashas Pinchas. We know that Mitzvah Matzah Shabbos, this Matzah Shabbos we start to say Slichas. We always start Slichas on Matzah Shabbos before Rosh HaShana, or a week and a half before Rosh HaShana. Depends exactly when Rosh HaShana falls out. If Rosh HaShana falls out on Wednesday, a Thursday like this year, it cannot fall on a Wednesday, Lo Yadu Rosh. But it falls out on Thursday like this year, so you have Thursday, Friday, it's Rosh HaShana. Slichas starts Matzah Shabbos beforehand. If Rosh HaShana falls out on Monday or Tuesday,
you need 4 days.
Then you always do it a week and a half beforehand. Why? Because you always have to have 4 days of Slichas before Rosh HaShana. So if it falls on a Wednesday, you have Sunday, Monday, if it falls on Thursday, you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4 days of Slichas. The minimum you can have Slichas is 4 days for Slichas. Why? Why is that?
For the fast reason.
What?
The fasting?
Some people say, because you fast, Asar Yisrael Tshuva, 10 days you fast, and 4 of the days you can't fast, because Rosh HaShana you can't fast, and Shabbos you can't fast, and some guys anyway fast days, own fast day.
I think the other was Erev Rosh HaShana.
Erev Rosh HaShana, sorry. Erev Yom Kippur. Sorry. Erev Yom Kippur to the Rosh HaShana, and always a Shabbos. You always have a Shabbos between Rosh HaShana and Yom Kippur, and you have Erev Yom Kippur you can't fast, and to the Rosh HaShana you're not allowed to fast, which is not to Poshet, but so a question, I say if you get Yom Rosh HaShana, if you bench over again, because maybe now I'm to eat, that's a different shmooze. But that's one reason they say. Another reason it's brought down halacha is because the halacha is by a carbon. Anytime you bring a carbon tamid, they had to have bikur mum 4 days. Bikur mum means they would check it if it has a blemish in it. You can't bring a carbon that has a blemish. So they have to set it aside 4 days before the carbon in order to bring a carbon, to make sure that it's no blemishes in it.
How does that relate to Slichas?
Sorry, I'm getting there. In Pashas Pinchas, by every carbon, by carbon musafim, you bring a carbon. Every Yom Tov you bring a carbon. The lashon of the pasuk is by Yom Kippur, be'esel l'chodesh ve'kraftem oil Hashem. To be makrib in oil Hashem. In Sukkot, ve'kraftem oil ishe reach nechayach. It always says by Yom Kippurim, by Shavuos, ve'kraftem oil. It always says a lashon ve'kraftem oil. You bring close a carbon oil. What does it say by Rosh HaShana? Rosh HaShana does not say ve'kraftem oil. By Rosh HaShana it says v'chodesh hashvi v'asisem oil l'reach nechayach. You will make an oil, not ve'kraftem. V'asisem means you'll make. You'll make an oil. So Chazal learned from here, Vasisem oil is telling us that you should make yourself like a carbon oil. Vasisem oil. Not ve-chatima.
The only time it's phrased this way?
The only time it's phrased Vasisem is Rosh HaShana. It's the only time. Every other time it says ve-chatima. You'll bring close. Here it says Vasisem. You'll make. You'll make a carbon oil. What does it mean you'll make a carbon oil? You'll make yourself into a carbon oil. It comes to Rosh HaShana. You'll make yourself into a carbon oil. So if you're a carbon, you have to have Bikur Mum. You have to check yourself 4 days beforehand. 4 days Slichus is the 4 days of the Bikur Mum. You check yourself before Yom Tov. That's another reason why Slichus has to be a minimum of 4 days before Rosh Hashanah. Because Vasisem. So now, the Parsha of Pinchas, Rosh Hashanah, changes around the whole Yom Tov. It's Vasisem. You make yourself into a carbon. That's why the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar is not said in Parshas Emor, it's not said in Parshas Re'eh. You know where it's said? In Parshas Pinchas. The same Parsha that it says that you yourself are a carbon, same time it says the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar. Because if you don't know what to do on Rosh Hashanah, you don't know you have to make yourself into a carbon, then you don't have to become the mitzvahs. No. Make yourself into a carbon and then blow Shofar Rosh Hashanah. That's why it says the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar in Parshas Pinchas. Could be that's the reason why. Now, what is the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar? So there's 2 parts I like to discuss. First of all, the actual mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar. What is it? And second of all, what it's supposed to make us do. One's called the Shorish mitzvah, one's called the mitzvah itself. So it's interesting, we all know Tekiyah Shofar is meant to wake us up. To wake a person up, to realize he has to do tshuva. That's the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar. The chinuch, the mitzvah Shofar, brings down that reason. He says that ha'adam bal chomer, a person is made out of chumri, is made out of clay, whatever it is, dirt, earth. Lo yis'ayre ledvarim ki al yidei ma'ayre. He doesn't get waken up till he gets woken up with something. Even then, alarm clocks can ring and ring and ring, and people don't get up, right? Even then, it's not so easy to wake a person up. But he says that's one reason, the famous reason why you blow shofar to wake somebody up. And he says if that's the reason why, then we understand why you make koil hanishbar, the broken koil, the truest is a broken koil. Why do you have the broken koil? Because it's a sign of crying. You have bigger cries and you have broken up cries. And he says besides that, there's another reason why we have the broken koil. This is an interesting reason the chinuch says.
Sister's mother.
Sister's mother.
Yeah, but sister's mother is where we know how much to blow. Yeah. But he says a different reason for it. He says like this. It says because besides this iris, the wakening up through the Tekiyah Shofar, yesh lo le'adam zecher b'davar sheyishbar yetzer liboy hara. Broken Tekiyas is a zecher that you should break your Yetzer Hara. Broken Tekiyas, you break your Yetzer Hara. Yishbar Yetzer Liboy Hara v'tavas ha'olam u'v'chatoim b'shoimoy koilos nishborim. When he hears broken koilos. So it's a new insight of broken koilos. Broken koilos, when you hear the broken koilos, it's a way to remind you to break your Yetzer Hara. Everyone has their Yetzer Haras, wherever they are, and we have to break them. So the broken keys of the shofar is to remind us to go ahead and to break our Yetzer Haras. That's what the chinuch says. A new insight in why we have truas, broken koilos. But now, I'd like to discuss what is the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar. What is the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar? You say Tekiyah Shofar, right? What else is it? So there's a machlokes in the Rishonim what the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar is. Is it the mitzvah to blow shofar, or is the mitzvah to hear shofar? 2 different things. You'll see there's a lot of differences between the 2 of them. The Rosh in Rosh HaShana brings down what bracha do we make? We don't make l'shmoya. We don't make it at Tekiyah Shofar. We make a bracha l'shmoya kol shofar, to listen to the shofar. For the bracha that koya b'shofar, we don't make a bracha to blow the shofar. Or al Tekiyah Shofar, k'moy al mikra megillah. What bracha to make a mikra? Not a shmoya megillah. A mikra megillah make a bracha. So you should make a bracha al tekiyas shofar. I'm blowing shofar. Why do we make the bracha l'shmoya koil shofar? Mishum tishmiyas kol shofar hu yetza v'loy b'tekiyas shofar. You know what you yetza with? You yetza with a shmiya. You're not yetza with the tekiyah, with the blowing.
That's why a deaf person can't blow.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that soon, by a deaf person.
That's right.
But the Rabbi Tam says, Rabbi Tam kosav, sheyesh levorech al tekiyas shofar. Rabbi Tam says you make a bracha al tekiyas shofar, mishum da asiyasa hi gemar mitzvasa. That is the mitzvah. The blowing of the shofar is the mitzvah. So see, this is a machlok shoshanim over here. What is the mitzvah? Is the mitzvah to blow, or is the mitzvah to hear? And we'll show you there's a few big differences if it's the blowing or if it's the hearing. The first big difference is someone who's deaf and he can't hear. It's different from the blow shofar. We know Allah is someone who's deaf, they can't hear. No din tekiyah shofar. If the mitzvah is the tekiyah, who cares if we can hear shofar or not? He went ahead and he blew shofar. That should be enough. So why can't a deaf person be yetza? Another thing is, the Gemara says, Hatokei l'techa bar. Someone who blows shofar in a pit. So when it's in a pit, you're not hearing the kol shofar, you're hearing the echo. It bounces off the walls, and you're hearing the echo. So the Gemara says you're not yetza. The question is, why aren't you yetza? The mitzvah the tekiyah, to blow the shofar, I blew the shofar. Why do you have to hear it for? So the first Mishnah, that tekiyah techa bro, you're not yetza, the mitzvah is hearing the kol shofar. And that's where it comes a lot of issues with people have hearing aids, or even more, which you have to know to what extent we say something called kol havara, means the echo of the koil. If you have a shul that has built with beautiful acoustics, right? So everything bounces off the walls. So you blow shofar, what are you hearing? Hearing the echoes. So maybe it may not be good. You have good acoustics, it may be good for the shliach tzibur, for the person who's davening, everyone can hear him. But when it comes time to call shofar, it could be it's an issue. Depends how you do it. I remember I was once in a place, and there's this noshim was too small. So what they wanted to do was, they wanted to make in the basement there's this noshim, but then the ladies can't hear so well. Because in the basement there's a little hole in the thing. So they had a guy come down to build something with acoustics, like a pipe that goes down, and it carries the voices down there, so you'll hear it loud and clear. And I come down, I remember there was just the estimate was over $1,000. You can imagine how much it would have cost away just to put it in. But then, when someone came in and someone was going, what are you doing this for? Because we want to be able to, Rosh HaShana, Yom Kippur, we should be able to hear better. The ladies want to be able to hear downstairs. He said, what are you doing? It's very good for a shliach tzibur. But it comes time for shofar, the ladies can't be downstairs. Because that acoustics is kol havara. So you're saying in a big shul where they built in a way there's good acoustics, maybe it's not really the acoustics that you're hearing first, kol shofar, fine. But in such a situation where you're building a certain pipe and it's made for acoustics, the mitzvah is l'shmoya kol shofar. You're not hearing kol shofar, you're hearing the coil of the bouncing off the walls of the acoustics. So therefore it will be an issue. That would have been an issue. They didn't end up doing it because of that reason. The whole reason why they wanted to do it Rosh HaShana Yom Kippur, they didn't do it. Because they figured anyway, by tekiyah shofar, the ladies have to be upstairs. So that is if the mitzvah is the hearing the kol shofar, shmoya kol shofar. But there's another raya that the mitzvah is the blowing of the kol shofar. What's the raya? The mitzvah is the blowing of the kol shofar. Because the halacha is that women are not mechuyev in tekiyah shofar. Noshim, tanim, avodim, they're not mechuyev in tekiyah shofar. Now, if a lady or a kotam blows a shofar, am I yetzer? I'm not yetzer. Why not? I hear the kol shofar.
You're not mechuyev yourself.
So why is not mechuyev?
It can't be yotzi of them.
But I'm hearing the kol shofar.
I understand.
I'm hearing the kol shofar.
They can't be mitzvah you if they're not there.
What's the mitzvah me? I'm not being mitzvah. If you hold, this is what we have to get straight. If you hold the mitzvah is the shmir, no one's being mitzvah me. The mitzvah is the shmir, the hearing, the kol shofar.
You can get a goy blow also then.
Why not? Maybe goy also.
Ted, let's go. Let's get Ted.
If it's the mitzvah is to blow to hear the kol shofar, no one's being mitzvah me.
Right.
As long as I hear the kol shofar, I'm into the mitzvah. So you see from over here that goyim, let's say, can't blow a shofar, nashim avodim, they can't be mitzvah you with key shofar, right? Why not? It's a raya that they have to be mitzvah me with something. That means there's a different part of the mitzvah besides the hearing. Otherwise, what's being mitzvah? The hearing, I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing it myself. So what's wrong if a lady blows a shofar? She's not being mitzvah me. But if you say this key is the mitzvah, then she has to be mitzvah me. So I'm not blowing myself. I need someone to be mitzvah me with the blowing. So the shliach tzibur is going to be mitzvah me with the blowing. So then you understand why ladies can't be mitzvah men with tkiyah shofar. Right? Because the mitzvah is tkiyah. So we have a little bit of a stira. We have the Mishnah says that if you blow into a pit, you're not yotza. Why? Because the shmiyah is the mitzvah. And then you have Mishnah says ladies can't be mitzvah men. Why? Because obviously the tkiyah is the mitzvah. It's a stira. So what do you say?
You need both.
You need both. So there's two mitzvahs here. In tkiyah shofar is two mitzvahs. So you're going to say, yeah? So I ask you a question. If in tkiyah shofar is two mitzvahs, I ask you two questions. Okay, two questions.
Yeah, add them up.
If tkiyah shofar is two mitzvahs, right? So let's say at 10 o'clock in the morning, a lady blows shofar for me, right? I'm not yet to the tkiyah because she can't blow for me. But I heard it. So I was to the shmiyah. An hour later, I go and I blow into a bar. I blow into a pit. I don't hear the kol shofar, but I blew it. So was I yaitza? I was a kind of both mitzvahs.
You're going to have a great...
The tkiyah and a kind of shmiyah.
You can't be starved though.
What do you mean can't be starved them?
The hearing and the shofar.
But I did both. I heard it, and so it might be the tkiyah.
Different times.
Different times, different shofars.
So what's wrong?
Different people.
There's two mitzvahs. One's a tkiyah, one's a shmiyah.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
They're intertwined.
Can you be mitzvah?
All right, why not? If it's two mitzvahs, right? That's what you're saying. It's two mitzvahs. One mitzvah is the tkiyah, and one mitzvah is the shmiyah.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw two mitzvahs like that? That you can do something like
Oh, so that's what I'm asking you.
Obviously you can't.
So that's what I'm asking you. If you say it's two mitzvahs, one's the tkiyah, one's the shmiyah.
It's one mitzvah with two parts to it.
Oh, what does that mean? Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. What does that mean?
Are we going to start talking about tefillin?
No, not getting closer.
Just checking.
So what does that mean? It's one mitzvah that has two parts to it. Right? The tkiyah and the shmiyah. And you can't do it separately.
No half mark.
You have to do it together at one time. The tkiyah and the shmiyah have to be at one time. Why? Why is that? Why does it have to be at one time? So I'll tell you, the Chazon Ish, and I ask another question, okay? So by the time at the Bahagav and Machlokes, is the mitzvah the tkiyah or is the mitzvah the shmiyah? Do you make al tkiyah shofar or do you make the shmiyah kol shofar? What do you mean? They're both part of the mitzvah. So make anyone you want. Make anyone you want. Make a tkiyah shofar, make a shmiyah shofar. There's two parts to the mitzvah.
So if the Baal Tekiah doesn't have you in mind?
Oh, it's another difference. If you hold the mitzvah as the shmiyah, the listening, so I heard it. The Baal Tekiah blew, he doesn't have me in mind. So I wasn't into the tkiyah, I was into the shmiyah. So see, it's big enough for me. It's big enough for me. That's how I want to build it up. So the Chazon Ish says a chiddush. Chazon Ish says that why the mitzvah is the shmiyah. The mitzvah is to listen to kol shofar, and that's where we make the bracha l'shmoya kol shofar, to listen to the shofar. The mitzvah is the listening of the shofar. So why can't noshim be mitzi and noshim with the mitzvah? They're not mechuyev. So what? I hear the shofar. Said the Chazon Ish, the mitzvah shmiyah, only shmiyah is the mitzvah, but the mitzvah shmiyah, the kol has to come from someone who's mechuyev in the mitzvah. You have to hear the kol shofar from somebody who's mechuyev in the mitzvah.
But how does it work then if someone already heard in shul?
No, Avris. We'll get to that.
Back.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
He was already Yotzi, right?
Yeah, but he's Avris. Okay, we get to if you're Yotzi soon. So you hear what the Chazal is saying? That the mitzvah is the blowing of the shofar, the listening of the shofar, kol shofar. But what does kol shofar mean? Kol shofar does not mean of something, a noise that's coming out of a horn of an animal. That's not what it means. It means the kol from a bar chiyuva. Someone is mechuyev to blow shofar. The person is not a bar chiyuva. It's not called kol shofar. It's called kol, something else. So the Chazal is very good. Right? I heard kol shofar. Right? It has to be from a person's mechuyev. So that's why noshim can't be moitzi and noshim in tkiyah shofar. But the question on that is so you don't have to have tkiyah at all. The tkiyah is not part of the mitzvah at all. Only the shmiyah, but a shmiyah from a bar chiyuva. Fine, very good. But let's say your case, the Baal Tekeya didn't have a mind to be moitzi me with tkiyah shofar. According to the Chazal, so what's wrong? I heard it from bar chiyuva. I have no din that I have to blow shofar. I have no din that I need to tkiyah shofar. I even didn't have to hear shofar from a kosher or tkiyah. Fine, I heard it. So the Baal Tekeya doesn't have a mind to be moitzi me. I'm still yet to the mitzvah. He's not my shliach in any way. The Baal Tekeya won't be your shliach in any way if you hold that the mitzvah is only the kol shofar, because you don't need him. You need a kol to come from a kosher source. It's coming from a kosher source. So that'll be a kasha on the Chazon Ish. That's what they ask. Therefore, they say there has to be that the mitzvah is the tkiyah and the shmiyah. Both of them are part of the mitzvah. Because if you say only one of them, you can run into issues at different times. Therefore, they say, and the chinuch himself says that, the Minchas Chinuch. If you look at the Minchas Chinuch in the mitzvah of Shofar, he says, the Rabbi says the mitzvah of Shmoyer called Shofar Ken Lashon Rambam. V'ayim asher kosav acharein the shneim hein hashmiyah the shneim hein hashmiyah v'hein hatkiyah hi mitzvah. Both of them are the mitzvah. Ve'echad b'loy chaveiroi loy mahani.
So in this situation, if he doesn't have the call in mind, or if he doesn't have an individual in mind, and the mitzvah is both of them,
is that yes?
Then the community may not have fulfilled.
Correct. The person, if you hold that it's only for mitzvah shlichus kavanah. If you hold, and we do hold that way by a deraisis, yeah, the shliach tzibur has to have a mind to be moitzi everybody. If not, he's not moitzi them. And you have to have a mind to be yotzi with the shliach tzibur. If you come into shul and you don't have a mind to be yotzi with the shliach tzibur, you're not yotzi. You have to have a mind to be yotzi with the shliach tzibur. He has to have a mind to be moitzi you. Why? Because we hold the tkiyah and the shmiyah are both a chelik of the mitzvah. Because if we hold just the shmiyah is the mitzvah, he wouldn't have to have a mind to be yotzi. Good? Mm-hmm. So that's the right that both of them are chelik for the mitzvah.
So there are three parts. You have to hear it. You have to be yotzi blowing it.
No, you have to hear it and you have to blow it.
And you have to blow it.
The blowing part, you have to come on to someone doing it for you. He's being moitzi for you.
And it has to be from a kosher person.
And it has to be a kosher person. But that's for sure. Because
that's for hearing it.
Yeah. But then there's a shmiyah part. Now there's a big difference. And the reason why the Acharon don't want to say there's two parts to the mitzvah, tkiyah and shmiyah, because what ends up happening is, I can be yotzi with your tkiyah shofar. Right? You blow shofar, you have a mind to be moitzi me, I can be yotzi. Can I be yotzi with your shmiyah? I don't go to shul today. I'm sending you to shul to hear tkiyah shofar from me, to blow, to hear from me. Can you do that?
Obviously not.
Seems like a problem.
Seems like a problem, right? Why can't you do that?
You have to hear it.
What do you have to hear it for? You make a shliach to do the mitzvah for you. Why can't you make a shliach to do a mitzvah? You can make a shliach to do a mitzvah for you. Why can't you make a shliach to go to the mitzvah to tkiyah shofar for you? The tkiyah, you're making a shliach for. The shmiyah, you can't make a shliach for. Why not? The answer is...
He has his own mitzvah to listen to it.
So he can still wait to me.
So he has his and yours and yours.
Yeah. So you both ate, right?
Give me an example like that.
You both ate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
and the person might see with benching. He don't chiv to bench. He still might see with benching.
Yeah, say the word amen.
Okay, Shmei Koyim maybe. Okay. You have other mitzvahs where a person could do moitzi with a mitzvah. Shlichus, kedushin. You're married, right? He says, someone makes you a shliach to be a kaddish lady for him. Works. It's shlichus. It's a mitzvah. So what's the difference? The difference is mitzvah shebegufoi, a mitzvah that's in the goof of a person, you have to do yourself. For example, tefillin. I can't send you to go put on tefillin for me. I have to put on tefillin myself. Why not? Mitzvah shebegufoi, a mitzvah that's on the goof of the person itself, you can't make a shliach to do it for you. So the shmiyah, the listening to the kol shofar, is a mitzvah shebegufoi. You have to hear it. The tkiyah, the blowing of the shofar, is not a mitzvah shebegufoi. I can make a shliach to blow it for me. So it comes out of here is, that's what Achar don't like to go say, there's two parts to the mitzvah, because there are two parts to one mitzvah, and they both have their own dinim. You have tkiyah shofar is a mitzvah to blow shofar, it's a mitzvah to hear. Two parts to the mitzvah. The blowing and the hearing. The blowing, you can make a shliach and do it for you. The hearing, no. You have to do yourself. So you have one mitzvah, split up into two parts, and they have two totally different criterias.
They all have to happen at the same moment.
And they have to happen at the same moment. You can't split it up. You can't say, okay, I'm blowing shofar, I'm listening now, and I'm blowing later. You can't do that.
I'm sending a shliach later.
Send the shliach later, right. The shliach who's blowing for you the tkiyah, at the same point you have to be yetzer with the shmiyah. That's what comes out. So it's an interesting mitzvah over here. You have one mitzvah that's split into two parts, and those two parts have to happen at the same time, but they happen differently. I can make a shliach for one, and I can't make a shliach for the other. That's what comes out, tkiyah shofar.
Tell me my question you have to answer.
Oh. Your question about someone's yetzer in the mitzvah, how could it blow for somebody else? He's not a bar chiyuv anymore. He's not a bar chiyuv. How could it? So there's two terutzim. One teretz says that there's a din arvis. This week's parsha. This week's parsha is a din arvis. Arvis means Kol Yisrael Arevim Zelazeh. All Jews are Arevim is responsible. Guarantors, yeah, responsible for the other. And if you have to do a mitzvah, I also have to do a mitzvah. If you don't have to do the mitzvah, I don't have to do the mitzvah. Just because I already did a mitzvah, I was yetzer machiv, it doesn't mean that I don't have to make sure you're going to do the mitzvah. So I'm responsible for your mitzvah. So now I'm bar chiyuv. I'm responsible for your mitzvah. So if
that mitzvah hasn't been done, does that imply that your mitzvah is incomplete?
No, my mitzvah is complete for me. But I have to make sure you complete your mitzvah also.
You have to go up and down your block and blow shofar for every member of your block.
Right.
Means I have to make sure. I have to make sure that every person. Okay, the question is to what extent.
Right.
The question is what does arvis mean? If you don't want to do it,
so it's a separate mitzvah from tkiyah shofar. It applies really to any mitzvah.
Any mitzvah, right? Any mitzvah. Anytime you did a mitzvah already, you did the mitzvah. It can be made to somebody else. Why am I doing arvis?
You're not doing the mitzvah again. You're doing a different mitzvah at that moment.
I'm doing the mitzvah. Your mitzvah I'm doing, not my mitzvah.
No, I'm actually not doing your mitzvah. I'm doing the mitzvah of
okay, so now you're getting involved in a whole different sugya.
A whole shmooze.
A whole different sugya. What is the din of arvis? Right. Is the din of arvis that I am doing tkiyah shofar again for you? That's the pashas way you learn arvis. Or the din arvis is a mitzvah in itself. When I blow shofar for you, I'm mekayim a mitzvah of something called arvis.
But
so,
the argument is made is that's what it has to be.
No, I'm responsible to make sure that you are mekayim mitzvah tkiyah shofar. And when I'm blowing for you, I'm helping you be mekayim your mitzvah tkiyah shofar.
Because you've already blown shofar.
For myself.
But the person blowing shofar has to have
a chiyuv
to blow it.
Yeah. So what's that?
Does he have a chiyuv anymore?
No.
What's it blue?
Yeah, because he doesn't have the chiyuv. Can he invite somebody else?
Yes, because of arvis. Only because I still have a chiyuv for you.
But your chiyuv is arvis, not to blow shofar.
No, but it could be to blow shofar for you.
You make Havdalah.
Yeah.
And then
I make Havdalah.
Then your wife comes home. She says, I didn't hear Havdalah.
I'll say your wife is something else.
It's a different story.
Let's leave the wives out of the picture. A different man comes home.
Yeah, okay.
A different man comes home, right? Yeah, you can make Havdalah again.
You can make Havdalah.
It's Arvis.
I don't think you can.
Arvis, you could.
No, not at all.
Why not?
I think if you've heard you're Yosef Havdalah, a woman has to make it herself.
Forget about that woman. For man.
About a man.
Put woman aside. Kiddush, you made Kiddush, right? Can you write some ass with Kiddush?
Yes.
You can write some ass with Kiddush. The question is by Nashim it's something else. Nashim Avdal, the whole question is if Nashim Mechuyev Avdal.
That's the reason.
So that's why we don't. Well,
They are or they're not?
it's a machlokes if Nashim Mechuyev Avdal or not.
Uh-huh.
So if Nashim are Mechuyev Avdal, forget about you can't make the Avdal for them. They can't make themselves even.
Right.
That's why you can't make for them.
No, but they do.
That's why you can't make Havdalah for women because.
They do make them.
So the question is, if they didn't make, what do we do? Do we say they make anyway? But that's the problem with Nashim, because ladies may not be mechuyev in Havdalah. That's where it comes from. We say that girls should not drink from Havdalah. If they do, they grow a beard, right?
Yeah.
Where does it come from? They grow a beard. Terence says we don't want ladies making Havdalah because it's a question if they're mechuyev in Havdalah or not. So they made it scared to them. Don't make Havdalah because you can grow a beard. So that's where it comes from. But the question of ladies and mechuyev in Havdalah, every other mitzvah, the din arvis. The din arvis. One thing. Another thing is, right? That's arvis.
So how do you get around the fact that women are not mechuyev on shofar, and the fact that you're blowing for them? It's a bit of a problem, maybe, no?
Well, what am I doing wrong if I'm blowing for them?
Who's making the bracha on the shofar?
So they make the bracha.
They make the bracha.
Yeah. Well, when you blow for ladies, they make the bracha. And not just that, when you blow for a bunch of ladies together,
Right.
there shouldn't be one lady making a bracha to invite everybody.
They shouldn't be.
They should not be. Everyone should make their own bracha
Because in
quietly.
Megillah you can do that. When a woman makes for everybody.
No, also not.
Really?
Yeah. They shouldn't. Each one should make their own bracha quietly. Not one to invite everybody. Even though there's a bunch of ladies together, it shouldn't make one lady make bracha for everybody. Each lady should make their own bracha quietly, and then you blow. But besides that, there's another issue. There's another thing with Tkiyah Shofar, that when I blew already my Tkiyah Shofar, right, and then I go ahead and blow again, am I doing a mitzvah?
Harvest.
Was that Avris? Yem Tru Yilachem, right? So now, I blew once, I blew twice. When I kind of mitzvah the second time I blow?
It's two-part.
Oh no, once I blew, one to Tkiyah, you're to the mitzvah. You're to the mitzvah already. The answer is, no. A whole day you can blow. And you're always Mekayim the mitzvah. So if I'm always Mekayim mitzvah, so that's how it could be to you, might to you. Who say I finished my mitzvahs Tkiyah Shofar?
Right.
The Chazal say you don't have to blow 100 tkiyas. Not tell you, I'm going to tell you can blow 30 tkiyas. We blow 100 tkiyas, and all of it is part of our mitzvah. Why? That's all of our tkiyah shofar. So if I blow 100 tkiyas, I blow more than 100 tkiyas. Will I still be mekayim mitzvah? Maybe yeah. And that's why I can be moitzi. The same question about achilas matzah. You sit down Pesach night. There's a mitzvah to eat a chazayis and matzah. You're eating more than a chazayis and matzah. You're eating 10 chazayis and matzah. Are you mekayim mitzvah the whole night? Or just one chazayis? Or just the first chazayis and mekayim mitzvah? Maybe every eat that night is part of the achilas matzah. The Torah doesn't say you have to eat matzah. How much a chazayis matzah? The Torah says eat a chazayis matzah. You have to eat at least a kazayas in order to fulfill the mitzvah. But only a kazayas? Yeah. Where does it say in the Torah, only a kazayas matzah? It doesn't say. So if I eat 10 kazayas, it's also part of the mitzvah.
You get more and more mitzvahs or one longer mitzvah? Like what do you...
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's more mitzvahs.
There's no...
maybe it's more mitzvahs.
You just tell us yeshiva guys and they'll really eat a lot of matzah.
Yeah, I can do maybe.
There's no end to it.
Who says the shit to it? Who says the shit, how much matzah you mekayim mitzvah with a Pesach night? Same thing with Tkiyah Shofar. Torah says you have to Yilachem. Maybe I can blow a whole day and have a mekayim mitzvah Tkiyah Shofar. So therefore I can invite somebody else also. As long as I'm being mekayim mitzvah with the Tkiyah Shofar, I can make somebody else also with the Tkiyah Shofar.
Does that mean that if you've blown your 101 blows, that you have to have in mind that you haven't completed it because you're going to blow again somewhere else?
No, you don't have to have in mind. For sure, I'm with an arvis. If it's with an arvis, you're okay for sure.
Right.
You want to know if someone blew 100 tkiyas and I was going to blow for somebody else, does he have to have in mind of doing a L'Shem mitzvah? Pashas he does, yes.
He has to blow 100 tkiyas for somebody else, or just 30?
It depends. I mean, officially, you have to have 100 tkiyas.
You have to constantly have in mind.
So we say you don't have to constantly have in mind, because every time you're going and you're taking a shofar to blow Rosh HaShana, it's partially you're doing it for the mitzvah. You're not doing it for anything else.
I thought the minimum, if you say you're visiting somebody who's not well or something like that.
Yeah, so say you can do 30. Yeah, the minimum is 30.
Right.
The minimum is 30.
And he makes the bracha, the guy that does this.
Yeah, but if the chatchila should have 100. The reason why we say the minimum is 30 because someone's going out blowing for people, he can't blow 100 tkiyas to every person.
Right.
He'll never make it through. Therefore, we say 30 is the ikar chiyuv. The ikar chiyuv is 30.
Right.
Maybe next week we'll go through exactly how we break up the curlers 30, 100, what exactly it is. The main chiyuv is 30. The reason why 30 is because, we'll do that for next week, why the main chiyuv is 30. Maybe we'll go through next week exactly how we break up the tkiyas. So that is the mitzvah of Tkiyah Shofar.